Humans keep building things they're told are impossible, and geography always forces them to get creative. These structures seemingly defy physics and, honestly, sometimes common sense itself. If you're fascinated by incredible feats of engineering, make sure to subscribe for more mind-blowing stories like these. Let's start with number 40. Storsøysundet Bridge in Norway. Engineers told Norway this bridge couldn't be built, the storms alone would destroy it. They built it anyway, and the result is the Drunk Bridge. The Storsøysundet Bridge's steep twisting arch isn't just for show. The coastal storms were so violent that engineers had to abandon conventional bridge design entirely and build a wave into the structure just to keep it standing. The iconic shape helps turn chaos into stability. This next one is held together with nothing but stones, and it's been standing for centuries. Number 39. This bridge shouldn't even exist. Located in a German park, the Devil's Bridge forms a perfect stone circle when reflected in the water below. There was no cement available, so engineers had to rely entirely on stones crushing against each other, with enough force to hold the arch together. Although the bridge was renovated back in 2018, it remains closed to the public for safety reasons. But bridges don't have to be boring, just like this next one. Number 38. What do you do when you need a bridge for cars but there's a pedestrian crossing in the way? Well, you build on top of it. That's exactly what Seoul did with the Bampo Bridge. Cars can cross the water with ease, while the old Jamsu Bridge below, not so lucky, it disappears underwater whenever the Han River floods. In India, concrete and steel don't last long in the jungle. So, the Warcasis people stopped building bridges and started growing them. They guide the roots of rubber trees across rivers using hollowed-out tree trunks. It's slow work. Sometimes it takes 15 to 20 years, but when the bridge is ready, it can hold 50 people at once. Okay, quick question. Think you could walk on a bridge made of grass? Number 36. Imagine crossing a deep gorge in the Andes on a bridge made of grass. That's exactly what the Huachuca Bridge is. It's made of 20,000 pounds of hand-braided ichu grass, stretching 92 feet and weaving it into massive cables and a swaying floor. It was constructed in just 3 days by local Quechua communities, representing an uninterrupted 500-year-old tradition. It looks terrifying, but somehow it works and is perfectly built for the mountains. And now for something that is less bridge and more trust exercise. Number 35. The Carrick Reed Rope Bridge in Northern Ireland. A small Northern Irish island used by fishermen was completely inaccessible by boat during salmon season, and the drop was too severe for any permanent structure. Their solution was a rope bridge. No real supports, and for years it had a single handrail. The bridge is open to the public, who can pay around $20 to find out if they suffer from vertigo. Next up, is it a bridge or a clock? Why not both? Number 34. Thanks to environmental concerns, California's Sundial Bridge has no riverbed pillars. Instead, a 217-foot tall leaning pylon holds up the platform. On the summer solstice, its shadow becomes a working sundial. Moving about a foot per minute, the shadow lets you watch the Earth's rotation in real time. Now for a bridge where people don't just cross, they live on the thing. Number 33. Florence's Ponte Vecchio breaks all the rules. Most bridges just carry traffic, but this one supports shops and homes. After a devastating flood wiped out the original bridge in 1333. Florence built an even stronger bridge, one that could survive the flood-prone Arno forever, all while holding 3 stories of buildings above. If you're fascinated by incredible engineering like this, make sure to subscribe for more amazing bridges and architectural wonders. Moving along, believe it or not, you can sail a boat over the next bridge. Number 32. Believe it or not, in Germany, you can watch a ship sail on a bridge over a river. The 3,000-foot Magdeburg water bridge acts as a massive concrete bathtub, allowing vessels to travel between East and West Germany. It's essentially the world's longest navigable aqueduct. Completed in 2003 for €500 million, it's proof that sometimes the best way across water is more water. And we're just getting started. Number 31. The Queen Emma Bridge in Curaçao. The seafloor of the bay was too soft to anchor any conventional foundation, which meant the entire bridge had to float, or it couldn't exist at all. So, the Queen Emma Bridge is basically a giant floating raft across a deep bay in Curaçao. 2 diesel engines swing one end open like a door to let the ships pass, earning it the nickname the Swinging Old Lady. It even survives tropical storms by riding the waves instead of fighting them. Number 30. In the Netherlands, the Slauerhof Bridge flips into the air like a giant mechanical arm to let boats pass underneath, all within 3 minutes. The busy canals meant it had to open fast without slowing city traffic. It's known as the Flying Drawbridge, but locals prefer to call it the Frog Bridge due to its unusual shape. Later on, you'll see a bridge that stacks 2 6-lane roads on top of each other. Number 29. Ever seen a bridge wink? Gateshead's Millennium Bridge does just that, tilting its twin arch over the Tyne River to let ships pass underneath. Because of the amount of traffic, a fixed pedestrian crossing was impossible, and the city just wouldn't allow anything that looked too industrial next to its new cultural quarter. So, they came up with a bridge that, well, kind of flirts with passing vessels. Alright, let's head over to China and check out a bridge that might just make you dizzy. Number 28. The Nanpu Bridge in China. Shanghai had, no room on either bank for the long approach ramps that a bridge of this height would need, so engineers had to stack the ramp vertically into a corkscrew instead of spreading it horizontally across the city. Its double spiral on the Puxi side is actually the world's largest. Try not to get dizzy if you drive up it. Number 27. Singapore's Helix Bridge twists like a giant strand of DNA, creating a really unique pedestrian walkway. Since 2010, LEDs have lit pairs of colored letters, C and G in red, A and T in green, representing DNA's building blocks. Its intentional left-handed design even earned it a spot in the Left-Handed DNA Hall of Fame. How many bridges can claim that? Number 26. Some photos of Eshima Ohashi Bridge in Japan make its steep incline look like a vertical cliff or, honestly, a roller coaster. In reality, its 6.1% gradient is just enough for ships to pass safely underneath. At 1.1 miles long, it's Japan's largest rigid frame bridge, and it's built to withstand earthquakes. Number 25. The Langkawi Sky Bridge is one of the world's most isolated walkways, hanging from a single 269-foot-high pylon on a Malaysian. Every piece had to be lifted to the top by heavy-lift helicopters. At 410 feet long, it's also one of the world's longest curved suspension bridges, and despite all that engineering, it only cost about $1.2 million to build. We've seen waves, winking, and a whole lot of wire, and that's just the start. Let's keep this baffling bridge tour going. If you're fascinated by incredible engineering and wild bridges like these, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you never miss an adventure. Number 24. The Golden Bridge in Vietnam is supported by two massive fiberglass hands. The 490-foot walkway curves around the mountainside with the hands lifting the golden path high into the air. It's supposed to represent the hands of God raising a golden ribbon, and when you're building a bridge you may as well go big. Number 23. The Millau Viaduct is one of the tallest bridges in the world, soaring over 1,100 feet, higher than the Eiffel Tower. Surrounded by a deep gorge, it's often shrouded in clouds, making it feel like you're driving in the sky. It's widely considered one of modern engineering's greatest achievements. Number 22. The Siduhe River Bridge in China. Helicopters couldn't cross over the canyon. Wind ripped the cables apart, so engineers did something no one had ever tried before. They fired a rocket across the void. This move saved months of dangerous work. The bridge's massive cables are so strong, they can each support 43 million pounds of force, holding the structure safely above the canyon. Number 21. High in the Himalayas, the Chenab Bridge soars almost 1,200 feet above the riverbed in Jammu and Kashmir in India, making it the world's highest railway bridge. With no room for pillars, engineers built a 1,500-foot steel arch spanning the Chenab River. Built to last 120 years, it can withstand high winds, earthquakes, and even explosions of up to 40 tons of TNT. Number 20. Gustave Eiffel's Garabit Viaduct was once the world's tallest bridge, featuring a 541-foot parabolic iron arch. Its striking red color was designed to stand out against the surroundings. The viaduct also showcased Eiffel's mastery of iron construction years before he built his most famous monument in Paris. Number 19. Glenfinnan Viaduct was built from unreinforced mass concrete, which was actually the first major structure of its kind since Roman times. Stretching over 1,200 feet, it later became world famous thanks to Harry Potter. Number 18. The Roman viaduct Pont de Gare was built 2,000 years ago without a single drop of cement. With 3 tiers of arches, the bridge stands 160 feet high and relies entirely on gravity and friction to lock its stones together. For centuries it carried 44 million gallons of water every day, and honestly, it's still standing today. Number 17. Canada is called the Great White North for a reason. Rivers freeze and ice sheets can crush ordinary bridge pillars. Confederation Bridge is different. It uses cone-shaped supports that force the ice to ride upward and break under its own weight. At 8 miles long, it's Canada's longest bridge and the world's longest bridge over ice-covered water. Pretty cool engineering, if you ask me. Number 16. Tower Bridge, London's most famous bridge, uses hidden counterweights inside its towers to lift its massive decks for tall. Hydraulic rams, originally steam-powered, tilt it open in just minutes, and even today, boats still have the right-of-way. Spanning 800 feet since 1894, it's opened over 400,000 times. If you love exploring the world's greatest engineering marvels, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories like this. Up next, a symbol of New York. Number 15. Think of the New York skyline and you probably picture the Brooklyn Bridge. Its 14,000 miles of steel wire make the bridge 6 times stronger than it needed to be, ensuring it would never fail. Much of its success comes from Emily Roebling, who oversaw the project for years when her husband, the chief engineer, became bedridden. When designing a bridge, you have to think of the unexpected. Number 14. Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia actually grows and shrinks up to 7 inches every day thanks to the sun's heat. To handle this, giant hinges at the base let the bridge breathe as the temperatures change. It was built with 6 million rivets, keeping the steel tightly connected even as it moves. Engineers learned the hard way how to keep this next bridge standing. Number 13. The Tay Bridge disaster of 1879 shocked Scotland. So, when engineers designed the nearby Forth Bridge, they took a bold new approach. They used steel, a first for a major British bridge, and a cantilever designed to resist the strong winds that caused the earlier collapse. Just north of Edinburgh, it has stood since 1890 and remains one of the strongest rail bridges in the world. Next, let's go to some of the most famous and romantic bridges in the world. Number 12. Venice's Bridge of Sighs was built in 1600 to escort prisoners from the Doge's palace straight to their cells, giving them one last glimpse of the city through a small barred window. Its tight arch has held the limestone in place for over 400 years. Today it's an Instagram favorite, but for the prisoners who crossed it, that final view came with a sigh. This next bridge is honestly one of the most impressive in the world. Number 11. Øresund Bridge kind of has an identity crisis. It's actually a bridge and a tunnel in one. Connecting Denmark and Sweden, engineers built it this way to keep air traffic from nearby Copenhagen Airport clear, provide a safe passage for ships, and prevent ice flows from blocking the strait. An artificial island marks the entrance to the tunnel. It's a modern engineering marvel, and yeah, it makes for an unforgettable road trip. So, we've crossed illusions, living roots, floating rafts, DNA twists, and honestly, the designs just keep getting more interesting. Next up is a bridge that's probably the most famous bridge in the world. Number 10, Tides Fog and the Threat of Earthquakes. The Golden Gate Bridge has faced it all, but its biggest threat is not nature, it was humans. On its 50th birthday, up to 1 million people poured onto the bridge, adding over 30 million pounds of weight. The arch flattened, the suspension wires groaned, and for a moment, it really seemed the bridge might give way. Yet thanks to its incredible engineering, it held strong. But, nature did force designers to rethink this next bridge. Number 9, the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge in Japan, withstands typhoons and earthquakes, and that came in handy. During construction, a massive quake shifted the foundations, threatening to wreck the plan, but Japanese engineers stretched the central span by 3 feet, turning disaster into a masterstroke of engineering. Meanwhile, in Turkey, bridges don't just carry traffic, they have meaning. Number 8, the Çanakkale Bridge in Turkey overtook the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge as the world's longest suspension bridge. Spanning nearly 6,600 feet, its design is full of symbolism. The name and tower heights honor a 1915 naval victory, while the length celebrates the centenary of the Turkish Republic.